Mornings. Today I figured it'd be fun because a lot of people I know kind of wanted me to make this video for fun and kind of figure out and show y'all and tell y'all. Today we'll be making perfectly right way to make tea. Perfectly tea. And we've been kind of figuring out how to make different ones about how to make tea. And if y'all didn't know, you can actually make tea in a coffee pot, if I can speak. But yeah. And to me, it's a lot easier than from scratch, in my opinion. But let's get going, because I'm going to show from way. Alright? And two, I don't really know if this is going to work out, if you all can see me, because this is really rubbed in here, but this is what we use. And some people can use regular sugar, some people use Splenda, because we used to use Splenda, but not now. And that's just how, I don't know how long this is going to go, but I'm going to put ice in this. And I got regular sugar because my mom cannot use it. So I'm just going to do this real quick and be right back. Now, see, when you do this, when you have ice, and everybody's container is different for tea or coffee or anything. You might be thinking it's weird, I think that, but you can actually use it. And now you need half of this, to a quarter layer from half to part two. And then once this is done, I'll be showing you how to do it. I was going to do, tea and kind of like cool it together, but I figured it'd be a little too much. And it's basically the same thing. And how you make Kool-Aid is kind of the same if you make your own from scratch. Kind of, so it's a little easier, actually, in my opinion, to make it from scratch, like tea. You can also do that. And another fact, I think you really should have Milton tea, cut with lettuce and milk and kind of like put honey in it, because that'll help your stomach and your bowels. I know that sounds gross, but it's helpful. And now we're going to do this while we're at this. Okay, step two, when I'm done with this. Now ours is a little different. We used to have both, but so we had to change it up, and now we can put sugar in there. Now this is regular sugar, so be careful when you do this, because you don't want to make yourself sick. So we do 2 1/2, or like full 2 ones. Depends on how much tea you're making, and for a whole cup of people. And make sure you don't do it overboard, or at least in this 1/2 cup. Usually at the end, so you do a little bit left. So about like that at the bottom there. Just a heads up, so it's kind of the same, so it's fine, really. Depends on how you ever want to make your drinks, and I don't know what I was going to do next. And usually I keep that in front of us. We usually have it in the corner, but we've been using it so much so we don't have to. And step 3 would be totally getting this cup with this and getting our mixer. And honestly, it doesn't really matter what you mix it with, as long as the thing you use it with is clean. And it's like a spoon. Oh, and you're probably thinking, was I going to mix that together? No. I was just getting it ready, and all you gotta do until it's done is to mix the sand and sugar inside there. So now, all we gotta wait is until it's actually done. Let me show you. And if you're wondering where I'm at in my kitchen right now, and this is what's happening. I'm going to show you this way. This is what's happening, if you can see it. With the coffee pot. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky though. Now it's showing it's done. Also, be careful, it's not, you don't put a thing on the top. You put it in water in a tiny little spot, just square. Like I said, don't do it too much. You do like to stain your teeth. Be careful, and also make sure you rinse this out. Oh, which I'm gonna do right now. And rinse it out like that, and make sure you do that. And put it all in the sink. I don't know if you can see that, but another thing, don't always recycle everything. I mean, yeah, do it, but also reuse these if you want to for any kind of drink. And this one personally was Gatorade. I like them. I got all sorts of new ones. At first, I didn't much like it. Now, step 3 would be to use this spoon. Now you can actually use it to do this with it. You can skip it and actually mix it. Now, I know it don't look like much for me to do this, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to try to do it where y'all can see it, maybe. Yeah. It's okay if you don't have a strong arm or anything, as long as it looks like it's totally mixed in there. It looks smooth. Now, I'm sure when you'd still have a few steps, you'll be satisfied, I'm sure. This ain't too hard. If you just don't let your kids touch not really hot things. Now, the better thing would be to just do a Kool-Aid. Okay, it's basically made the same way. Now, for the people that can't have sugar, sorry about that. Okay, now that looks a lot more smooth and better if I can get this going. A lot better, doesn't it? I think it does. Now, with making a lot of drinks, here's a lot easier way to do it. Personally, I do this a cheaper way. Instead of, going out loud and making it harder on yourself, it's better not to do that. And another thing when you're making tea, always put ice in this before you put it in the fridge. Now, like all the way to the top, at least 3 scoops at least in this. Here, let me show you. Maybe like through here on the top, maybe. Just a little bit. Because I'm going to show you that's what's next. And before I put the ice, it's okay to let it sit there for a second when it's so hot. But just remember it's still there and always come back to it. Always test anything you make before you fully go with the process. Because anything like food or drinks, it doesn't matter. Always do that because I've always grown up to notice to do that. Because people's always asking me to test first their projects or anything like that or their food. You should always do that. Of course, after it's done. Okay, well, there wasn't much, but the tea is done now. And another thing I will show you here in just a second, that you should use this filtered water. Because, you don't want silk water or anything like that. You want something clean. Also, make sure you get like a good brand of any kind of drink you get or something fresh that you're actually making. Because I have, as you can see, some full juice up there. But be careful what kind you get. Because you don't know what's in it. Like, especially now in 24, you don't know. Also, make sure you clean everything, especially anything that's really sweet and sugary once you're done with all this. And here's the tea. Sometimes be careful when you have it open. Always put it and switch it. Ours is easier. Just flip the lid and put it on like that. That way you can put it in the fridge. Well, I hope you enjoyed today, and I'll see y'all in the next video. But before I go, I'm going to show you this. See, this is what I meant a filtered water. It's so much better for you. Oh, you might be thinking, oh, it's just water. No. If you get one from like Walmart or any kind of store you go to, we're here in Brevard, or wherever you're living, it's so close. Yeah, I would. Just take my word for it. Definitely help you a lot. I love you guys and see y'all in the next video. Peace.